what made you think of evangelism as a travail of becoming bilingual in some ways?
Well, you just said it. And with each passing year, our globe is becoming, we're no matter where you live in the world, we have touch with every part of the world. So we are becoming a global people. So the idea of translation, multiple languages, becoming bilingual, it's just where we're headed. So I really am trying to get ahead of or stay with the time, stay with culture. So this idea that wherever you go, and again, if we were to compare generations, we're more global than ever before. So wherever you go, it's not that Jesus is landlocked to a particular context or culture. He has always been for all people, for all times. He is relevant. So this idea of translating him is this idea that you really can speak about Jesus to anyone, anywhere. And I think for us as Christians, becoming bilingual means, yes, we are rooted in the scriptures. We practice this language of prayer. So that does not change. Like, we are to be growing in our faith with Jesus. So that is the language of Christ. The language of culture is constantly changing, and we do not need to be afraid of how culture is changing. God is always ahead of culture. So it's not like we're getting out of sync with God if we are engaging with culture. I think as Christians, we need to become more culturally relevant in how culture understands faith, eternity, sin, all the things. And so I try to come at the book from the angle of, if you are a Christian, you need to understand, you need to learn the language of culture. And if you have been so inundated in culture, you feel like, or maybe you're deconstructing your faith, what does it look like to pick up and engage with the Jesus who is for all people? So this idea of becoming bilingual, it's picking up the language of culture and the language of Christ. And when we speak both, and I say speak both, so much of becoming bilingual really has to do with listening. So as we begin to listen to Christ and listen to culture, that's when we really get to speak the language well.